We all have our awkward moments in school, and this is a popular thing with Gen Z in general. Like, there's always that one thought in the back of your head that just constantly reminds you of some awkward thing that happened at school so long ago, and for some reason it still keeps you up at night. Like, you'll be trying to go to sleep and your brain just decides that right now is the perfect time to replay something embarrassing that happened in 6th grade. Starting off with someone waving in your direction, and you start to wave back because you think they know you from somewhere or want to talk to you, only to realize that the person who was waving was actually waving at someone behind you. Okay, but why do some people do this though? Like, if I'm trying to get my friend's attention, I'm probably just gonna text them or go up to them in the first place. I feel like some people had to be doing this on purpose, at least a little bit, because that is one of the most awkward things that can happen to you, and once it happens, you just don't know where to look. The worst part is when they don't even acknowledge it. Like, they see you wave back at nobody and just keep walking like nothing happened, which I guess is better than them pointing it out, but it doesn't make you feel less embarrassed about it. And you know there was at least one person nearby who saw the whole thing go down and just cringe. This is similar to when you're walking in the halls and see someone you know, and you start to walk up to them to dap them up or go for a hug, and they'll do the literal opposite thing, like a fist bump or something else. And now both of you are just sitting there awkwardly trying to figure out what the correct move is in real time. And it's so embarrassing because you're both trying to downplay it and find the right thing to do at the same time. Like, you went in for the hug, they went for the fist bump. I swear, this mainly happens when I'm meeting someone I haven't talked to or seen in person for a while. Next up though, I have us getting roasted and not even knowing a comeback. You'll be talking with some friends and then out of nowhere, somebody just brings up the most diabolical comparison and you're just there completely speechless. Like, your brain just goes completely blank at the worst possible moment and you're just sitting there with nothing to say, which honestly makes it worse because now on top of getting roasted, you also have no response. Being younger and also being a shy person also makes this even worse because you probably didn't even start anything crazy in the first place, but now you gotta deal with all this. Like, come on guys, let's just be nice. I would say it builds character, but it does get genuinely annoying at times when it's the same roast over and over from the same person. I don't know, but some kids are just absolutely ruthless when it comes to roasting. I'm not sure where it comes from, but calm down a little bit because it just makes everything a whole lot more awkward a lot of the time. And it's also just cringe when other people try to roast you with the absolute unfunniest thing or comparison. Like, bro, just please shut the fuck up, bro. Nobody is laughing. One of the most awkward, and honestly in general just one of the worst experiences in school is the bathrooms, but mainly the urinals. Now, maybe it's just my school, but why are there no dividers for the urinals? Like, for example, you'll have 3 urinals and for some reason there is not a single divider to actually divide them. Like, why even have the middle one at that point? It's just gonna cause more harm than good. But the bigger problem is the people there. Like, you'll be taking a tinkle and maybe another person is on the opposite end of the urinals and everything's fine, but then you have that one dude who for some reason decides to go into the middle one. Like, why though? I understand if you gotta go bad, but like, come on, is it really worth all that awkwardness? Like, just go in the stall, dude. The urinals themselves are just awkward too because you're just staring at the wall or whatever, trying not to make eye contact with anyone to not make it any more awkward than it already is. And to be honest, this is why stalls are just superior regardless, but I think one thing we can all agree on is that school bathrooms just suck regardless. There was also presenting, which in general was just stressful, but it's different in school for me specifically. Like, I'm fine talking in this video, but at school with everyone staring directly at me, it just gets a little more awkward and your brain just starts doing things you don't want it to do. It's also even worse when you are presenting with a group of people and one of your group members forgets what to say and you're just sitting there in silence praying they can somehow figure it out because the entire class is just staring at you. Then you have your teacher literally telling you to speak louder even though you're shouting at the top of your lungs. Like, what more do you want from me? The good thing is everyone in that room is probably not even paying that much attention to you because they're thinking about something else entirely or just stressing about their own presentation coming up. Now for this next one, this is kind of just in general, but like, whenever someone just texts you, like when you're scrolling in class or whatever, or you just see something funny on like TikTok or something, I don't know how many times in the past year I've been scrolling reels and then my friend just sends me some dumb reel, but for some reason it gets 10 times more funnier when you're actually in a quiet class. I don't know, it's like it makes me want to laugh even more because the entire class is locked in doing whatever and I'm over here cackling at the dumbest thing, and then they're just writing letters, which sounds like a general thing as well, but I mean like in school specifically. To me, it just feels so forced trying to write one for other teachers or like during Christmas or Thanksgiving for family members. I don't know if you guys had to do that, but I'd rather just go up and tell them myself instead of an actual letter. To me, it just feels awkward because I feel like it would be more meaningful for me to actually speak to them, you know, if that makes sense. I always hated when someone would knock on the door and just walk away, or if someone did actually knock and I didn't hear it. Like, this is why I hated sitting by the door, because for literally anything, if someone decides to go out, the door locks, which is a good thing obviously. But one, I didn't like touching the nasty handle being a door opener, and two, it would be awkward, like I mentioned earlier, when someone basically pranked you by walking away after knocking, and once you open it, there's no one there and everyone just looks at you like you're an idiot. It's like, bro, I swear I heard something. But if you don't open it and there's actually someone there, then you just left someone standing outside for like 10 minutes. Then there's walking into the wrong classroom, and this one is brutal because it's not just about the embarrassment of being in that wrong place. It's just like, what are you doing? You've been with your same schedule for the past few months and you still somehow forgot where the class is. Trolling, obviously, it happens, but it's crazy when everyone just stares at you as soon as you walk through the door. This was similar to when you were younger and you had to deliver stuff to another class, like in elementary school to a 5th grade class. Everyone just seemed like giants compared to me. I always hate when I'm in a quiet class and all of a sudden my stomach just wants to start growling. Like any other part of the day when it was louder in that class, it could have done that, but it doesn't when it's quiet. It's always the loudest, most drawn out gurgle at the most silent possible moment. And because the room is completely quiet, everyone hears it and there's absolutely nothing you can do except stare straight ahead and pretend it wasn't you. The people sitting closest to you already know, and you can feel them trying not to react, which just makes the whole thing worse. People probably thought you just farted or something, and it's just so inconvenient because like this could have happened at any other part of the day, but it always seems to happen when everything is quiet. It doesn't help either that I used to not bring snacks to school and just raw dog the whole day, so this was basically a daily occurrence for me. In general though, anytime you make noise in a quiet classroom, it just sucks. Like dropping a water bottle and all of a sudden it just echoes across the halls. I low-key hated those hydro flasks a lot of people used to bring because when they fell, it just sounded like a gunshot. This next one is a little more specific to me, but I'm sure you guys can relate to this a little bit. I don't know if you guys used to do those fitness tests in PE class, not the pacer test, but I mean like those in middle school or elementary, like for sit-ups, push-ups, or whatever. But if you know there were people testing everyone, and once we got to the sit-ups part, they would have another kid hold the shoes of the person doing sit-ups. But when we were doing it, all I heard was the most egregious sound of all time coming from some random direction. Like some random kid actually shot at themselves. I don't even know where it came from, to be honest, but everyone just started losing it, and I really felt bad for both people involved. I just know the guy holding the shoes was absolutely pissed, and the guy who did it, bro, there's just no way to come back from that. There are just no words to describe the amount of awkwardness in that moment. Another one that I think a lot of people can relate to is just not knowing someone's name, even after being in their class for the past like few months. Like, I could tell this person's face from anywhere, how they talk, but all except their name. And I'm usually pretty good at remembering names, but it's just too awkward trying to ask them again. You'll usually just find out by talking to someone if they know who they are. And I can't do this video without mentioning that one time you thought you answered a question in class right and got it completely wrong. And now you have to sit there for the rest of the class period with that hanging over you. The worst version of this is when you answer confidently and the teacher kind of pauses before saying no, basically edging you. Anyway, so that's all I gotta say about this. If you want to see more content like this, check out these. It's right there, just click it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.